Hi, I'm David Fleming from the Disciples Ignited YouTube channel, where we're focused on Jesus, advancing his kingdom, and preparing his disciples. Now, we're studying about revival outpourings that have taken place throughout church history, and today I'm excited to tell you about a powerful revival outpouring that took place in Argentina. Now, many present-day church historians refer to the revival outpouring that began in Argentina in the early 1980s to be the longest running revival in the 20th century. Now, there were a lot of people involved in preparing the spiritual foundation for this great outpouring in Argentina. People such as Tommy Hicks, Stanley Mooneyhan, and Omar Cabrera. However, it was through the evangelistic crusades of a businessman named Carlos Annacondia that revival outpourings literally erupted in a large-scale way that affected the entire nation. So let's talk about this businessman named Carlos Annacondia. Well, in the 1980s, Carlos Annacondia was led by the Lord to start holding evangelistic meetings using a large tent that he held throughout Argentina. Annacondia's message was very simple, very Christ-centered, and he always worked with local pastors of the area to make sure that every convert was going to be planted in a local church. However, the one thing that sets Annacondia apart from every other evangelist of his day was his relentless attack against the powers of darkness. Peter Wagner, a noted church growth and spiritual warfare author, believes that Annacondia's willingness to engage in spiritual warfare was the key to his successful ministry. Let me read to you a quote from one of Peter Wagner's books where he wrote concerning Carlos Annacondia. And I quote, "I have never observed a crusade evangelist who is as publicly aggressive in confronting evil spirits as Annacondia. With a high volume, high energy, prolonged challenge, he actually taunts the spirits until they manifest in one way or another." Now, to the uninitiated, the scenario might appear to be total confusion, but to the skilled, experienced members of Annacondia's crusade ministry teams, it was just another evening of power encounters in which the power of Jesus Christ over demonic forces was being displayed for everybody to see. Peter Wagner also wrote, "Many miraculous healings occurred every night. Souls were saved, and so great was the spiritual power that unsuspecting pedestrians passing by the crusade meeting have been known to fall down under the power of the Holy Spirit." Well, because of this great deliverance ministry that took place every night, they did set up a tent right next to the big main evangelistic tent. And it was set up purely to deal with those who had been demonized or were being delivered. Now, the deliverance tent was in operation every single night from 8 in the evening to 4 o'clock in the morning. And it was set up every night during the crusade, which usually lasted from 30 to 50 nights. Now, concerning Annacondia, Peter Wagner also made this observation. He wrote, "After observing the ministry of Carlos Annacondia for several years, I am prepared to offer a hypothesis. Annacondia may well be the most effective, citywide, interdenominational crusade evangelist of all time." Now, y'all, that's saying something. Now, by ministering throughout Argentina, Annacondia plowed up hard spiritual ground and prepared the way for the revival outpouring that the church in Argentina began to experience. Annacondia's ministry was so successful in building the church in Argentina that many evangelical and Pentecostal pastors speak of the changes that took place as before Annacondia and after Annacondia. Well, but he was just one of many. Tomorrow I'm going to share with you another man of God that the Lord raised up that was also instrumental in this great Argentinian revival. So join me tomorrow.